man, Dallas is starting to look like that team I've been saying. If only Luka had another player to play with him. Now I'm not saying that Christian Wood is that player. 'Cause I don't think he's gonna put up consistently 30 and 8, 12 for 17 shooting. I don't think he's gonna put that up consistently. I'm not even sure Tim Hardaway Jr. could put up 26 and 6 rebounds consistently. But if they could put up similar numbers like this while Luka is putting up MVP numbers, yeah, man, they might be going to the championship this year. Might be going. You know what I mean? But they gotta get their wins up. They gotta get their wins up. That was a good win. But you still got too many losses on that record. You're still too low in the rankings. As of right now, they're being the play-in. So they don't have to play in to get in the playoffs. So, you know, so they got some work to do, but Luka's looking good. He looking like an MVP player. Um, I predicted the Bucks was gonna beat the Celtics. I was wrong. You know, Giannis had a good game, kind of 9 for 22 shooting. His shooting wasn't all that great, but he was able to get 27 points and 9 rebounds. So that's a good game. Drew Holiday was able to get 23 points with 7 assists and 6 rebounds. Good game. But what you gonna do when Jason Tatum is putting up 41 on you? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when he put up 41 on you? And if he's gonna put up 41 with 7 rebounds, only missed 8 shots in this game, 14 for 22 shooting. If he's gonna do that, don't let Jaylen Brown put up 29 and only miss 8 shots in his game, 11 for 19. You got between these two players, they missed 16 shots. Man, that can't happen, man. You gotta put some defense on these guys. Now, a lot of players on the Bucks did not play, including Ibaka, who's a good defensive player. A lot of them did not play. But still, man, you can't have Jason Tatum put up 41 and Jaylen Brown put up 29 and think you gonna win the basketball game, man. The score of this game was 139 to 118. That is crazy. That's crazy. I expected Milwaukee to put up 118 points. I did not expect them to give up 139 points. Talking about video game numbers. Talking about video game numbers. And I'm very happy I switched my pick and went for the Warriors to beat the Grizz because this is exactly what I thought was gonna happen. That game was exactly what I thought was gonna happen. I thought that was gonna happen. The Warriors is that team. They're that veteran team now that looks that looks you know that looks like a normal team. Looks very looks very domestic, like a regular domestic team in the first 3 months of the season, and come up real big on really big games. TNT games, ESPN games, really big games, Saturday night on ABC type of games. And they came up. They came up for Christmas without Steph Curry. Without Steph Curry. They came up. You know what I mean? And even though the Grizz put up 109 points, for me, it was defense. The defense for me did it. Because the only person who really got really good scoring numbers was Clay with his 24 points. But he shot the ball 8 out of 25. So his shooting wasn't all that good. His 3-point shoot was 3 out of 12. His shooting was not all that good. So what's the score? 123 to 109? Well, I mean, they was able to stop Jaren Jackson Jr. with just 11 points. They was able to stop Brooks with 13 points. They was able to keep Desmond Bain, at 9 points. And Desmond Bain was putting up 3-pointers like he was Reggie Miller and missed all his 3-pointers. 0 for 7. He missed all his 3-pointers. Everybody else at least got one. Everybody else at least got one. You know what I mean? Basically, almost everybody else at least got one. Jackson Jr. got one. Brooks got one. John Morant got 2. He put up 7 3-pointers and got none. And John Morant, he ended up getting 36 points, but he shot 29 times, 10 3-pointers. You better get 36 points. You gonna shoot the ball 29 times. The defense of the the defense of the Warriors showed up for Christmas. And then Klay Thompson was start talking his mess afterwards, like I thought he was. He started talking his mess afterwards, saying that there ain't no dynasty. You didn't win one yet. Draymond Green said, "Stop calling us a rivalry. We're not a rivalry. A rivalry is Lakers Celtics. A rivalry is us and Cleveland. We're not a rivalry. They didn't do nothing." Man, talk that mess a year ago. Well, not a year ago. Talk that mess like what, back in May. Talk that mess before the Christmas game. Talk that mess during it. Beat them by 14 points, and then talk that mess after the game. That's the type of team the Warriors is. I bet you the Warriors is going to drop the next few games because who cares? I bet you they are. They're gonna show up on TV games or very important games up until after All-Star break. Then all of a sudden they're gonna go from like 10th place to like 4th place. I'm telling you, I seen the story so many times. I seen the Lakers do this. I believe it was the last championship of their three-peat with Kobe and Shaq, where they went in the playoffs as a 6th seed and won the championship. I some teams sometimes teams do this a lot. They show up when it matters, and then they show up at the end of the season. And then when it's playoff time, it's a whole different team. I'm thinking I'm not saying the Warriors going to win the championship, but I'm thinking the Warriors is going to be that team. I think they're so domestic right now because their record is not all that good, and their seeding is not all that good. So no one's talking about them. Then all of a sudden, boom! Man, watch by late February where the Grizz, the Grizz, where the Warriors gonna be at. The Grizz still might be like second in the West. You know what I mean? They still might be the second in the West. And I think Denver is gonna finish first in the West. I think they are. And let me go ahead and take advantage of that transaction. Or transition, not transaction. Transition. Joker's got 41 points on Christmas. Joker's good. It's the MVP, man. Joker is the MVP. I said the Nuggets was gonna beat the Suns. The game was a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be. I did not think it was gonna be a 3-point game. I definitely didn't think it was gonna be an overtime game. But Joker's got 41 points, man, with 15 assists and 15 rebounds. Where is this coming from? Oh, actually, that's disrespectful because really he's been doing this his whole career. We just have not been paying attention, and a lot of us are still not paying attention. We're still not talking about Jokic the way we should be talking about Jokic. I'm starting to, but a lot of big sports channels like ESPN and stuff. They're still not really talking about him the way they should be. We talk about the Lakers more than we talking about Denver and Jokic. We talk about the Brooklyn Nets before more than we talk about Denver and Jokic. Like they're gonna end up finishing first in the West. But I don't know if they're gonna make it to the championship because Dallas and Luca and what I just said about the Warriors and the Grizzlies are still there, and if the Suns get themselves together and Booker get himself together. No, Booker played on Christmas, but he wasn't Booker. You know what I mean? He only played 4 minutes. He only played 4 minutes. He got he got 2 points, one basket. He played 4 minutes. You know what I mean? If he could get his injuries together, maybe the Suns might make a run. There's so many teams in the West that could still make a run. So I can't say any team's going to the championship, but I would not be surprised if the championship is in Colorado, and I'm with 4 out of 7 games in Colorado. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. Jokic and the Denver Nuggets are playing awesome basketball, and this man's putting up. He's putting up NBA 2K numbers like it's nothing. Like not even on Hall of Fame. You playing with Jokic on starter mode. You know what I mean? You not like Hall of Fame would have did something. Hall of Fame would have, I don't know, you would have got fouled out or something. You know, they would have been calling ticky tack fouls that got you fouled out because you're doing too good. I don't know, man. He's pulling up numbers like a video game on a less difficulty mode. And it is amazing that we are not talking about it the way we should be. Let this been Kevin Durant doing this. Let this been LeBron James doing this. Steph Curry doing this. Let this been Giannis doing this. Let this been Ja Morant doing this. You know, let this been Joe Embiid doing this. And it would have been on every sports page and over ESPN, and the first thing they talk about would have been those players and numbers they putting up. We're not talking about Jokic enough. We should be. Denver Nuggets are for real. They are for real. So let me see. The Sixers, the Mavs, the Warriors, and the Nuggets. Man, I got everything right except the Bucks. Bucks and Celtics. So I did pretty good. I did pretty good. This was an awesome weekend of sports. This was a that was a great day of basketball. That was 2 awesome days of football. And week 16 is not it's not even over yet. So we got Monday night football on tonight. We got Monday night football on tonight. We got the Chargers and the Colts. This is a chance for the Chargers to finally get a playoff berth. You know, finally could happen. You know, it could finally happen for Justin Herbert. That's the one thing against Justin Herbert is that he have not yet played in the playoffs. We talk about him like he's the next Tom Brady, and he has not yet played in the playoffs. And it could happen. And you know what? I think it's going to happen because the Colts can't get nothing right now. Matt Ryan is pretty much done, as he should be. Hell, his career might be done. Might be time for it's not. I would not be surprised if this is his last year. It might be time for this man to go home. Go ahead on home. You had a great season, man. You was Matty Ice. Had a great season. You made it to the Super Bowl. You put up awesome numbers. Definitely a Hall of Famer. If not first ballot, second ballot. But you definitely a Hall of Famer. But his time is done. Um, and just Saturday, he got a rough deal because he took over this Colts team that was very they were very not well put together when he took over the team. I really hope that he remains the coach for at least another year. I would love to see what he could do on a team he put together. You know what I mean? Not the middle of the year or with a team that was already all messed up. So I really hope they give him another year, at least another year, at least one more year. But this look like it's gonna be Justin Herbert's night.